Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Adventure of a Traveling Journal, which is a journal series I'm doing where 12 of us have journals, and we are passing them on, mailing them to the next person on the list each month. So basically, I get a different journal each month to work in. And this month is a journal that's really cool. It's in a little golden book. So it's been modified, and the story is still actually in the golden book, but there are pages added, and you can see the journal there on my desk. And in between the pages of the book are going to be, or will be, the journal pages. So I'm super excited about this one. It's really cute. And I am working on a travel spread because this month is all about travel. And I think it's supposed to be, oh, I think it was supposed to be a vintage kind of vibe to it as well. So I went on Creative Fabrica, which I have a subscription there, and I printed off these images of different travel. They're vintage kind of travel images, and printed them in the size that I wanted, and then trimmed them down to make little cards that open up, basically. So I'm going to take them to my scoreboard and put a line in them so that I can easily bend them. And of course, the first one I got off by one line, so I had to go back and do it. But yeah, they're all going to be scored, and they're all going to be like little flip up booklets so that the recipient can go in and write on them. All of those other little banner pieces, they say things like bucket list, travel essentials, packing list, places I've been, places, I can't even remember, places I want to go, maybe, I don't know. I know there's one that's for places that they have visited, yeah. And then, I don't know, it's just going to give them a place. Oh, travel snacks was one of them. Sorry. I was trying to remember what the other one was. It's travel snacks. So, yeah, I just think a place for them to write down, like maybe their top 10 things on their bucket list, or their top 5 travel snacks for whether they're flying or driving or something like that, because we all know those things vary, right? We definitely have different travel snacks, at least in our car, than when we're flying. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to just make notes of all of those things that are key for when this person travels. So I am grunging it up a little by using my distress tool and distressing all of the edges to give them a little bit of added texture. I thought these were really cute little pictures. There's an airplane, there's a compass rose, there's a camera, a globe, a backpack. I chose to use the backpack for the packing list. Yeah, they're just cute, and they're definitely got a vintage vibe to them. And then I went and took my black soot distress ink and inked up the edges of that of these little cards as well. I'm going to do the same on those 2 blue pieces of paper. Those blue pieces of paper are where everything is going to get stuck down, and then when everything is said and done, those papers will get glued into the little golden book, into the 2-page spread that she has marked out for this month. So I am really happy with the way this is coming along. I just really wasn't sure what I was going to do with the empty space. So the back papers, those blue papers, are from the 6x8 paper pad from 49 and Markets Everywhere collection. And I really like that the one side has the map on it. So the top of that one I'm going to kind of leave blank. If she wants to go in and add like little pinpoint dots or something like that, or gems or something to places that she has been on that map, she certainly could do that. It's a very small map, but it would give her an opportunity to go ahead and mark out some of those things. So I'm kind of leaving that blank, but I am going to be adding a title over the top of the 4 that are going to be on the left-hand page, and then over the top of the 2 on the right-hand page. And the idea here is that the title is going to say travel notes. One's going to be at the top of the page and one's going to be at the center, and that way they don't overlap each other when the book is closed, because I'm going to add a little dimension to them. So that's my thinking. And yeah, I'm just inking everything up and getting it all situated, and using my little mini vacuum to clean up all of the paper dandruff that drives me nuts. But yeah, getting it all just, uh, you know, grungy. And then I took my distress tool and did all of those little banners as well. And the way that I did those is I took those little pieces, those banner pieces, into my Silhouette software, and then I drew a line and I basically snapped the text to the line. And my line kind of followed the curvature of the banner versus a straight line. So that's how I did those. It's not the easiest. I don't find it to be the easiest, because if you resize your text at all, sometimes it wants to wrap and all kinds of stuff like that. It works a lot better or a lot easier if you're doing just like a circular element or something like that. But it does help, and it does work. It just takes a little finagling and playing around and finessing to get it to be just how I wanted it. But the end result is definitely worth it, because I didn't want those words to be like, I didn't want to have to move each letter individually to follow the curvature of those little banner pieces. And then you will notice I have some of the banner pieces with the little extra foldy part of the banner on the left and some on the right. I printed them both ways because I wasn't really sure which ones were going to be on the left versus the right. And then I thought I would do like the left of the page and the right of the page would have the banner pieces opposite. But I ended up doing all of the ones on the left page have that little tail going to the left, and all of the ones on the right hand page have the tail going to the right. It just worked better for me. It also alleviated the fact that I didn't want those little banner tails going into the center of the layout, like down the spine of the book. And so that was kind of my main determining factor, I guess. So I don't know what I'm doing right here. I think I'm just distressing more of those little pieces, because I ended up having to trade out a couple when I decided that I wanted the tails going all the same direction on each page. And then I'm using some very thin foam squares to add a little dimension to them, just so they're slightly raised, very slightly. These are really thin, mostly just because I don't want to add too much bulk to her page. And this paper, the papers that I'm using are awfully thick to begin with. They've all been run through my printer, but they are cover stock, and I don't remember the weight of the paper, but it's very thick, but I wanted them to be sturdy enough to stand up over time, because they're, opening and closing and whatnot. So I used a little bit thicker of a paper for that. And so given that fact, I didn't want to add too much more bulk. As it is, I'm going to be adding bulk with the title. And then I'm actually going to add a couple of wood veneer pieces, as well as a couple of clips, paper clip type deals, which are definitely going to add bulk. But, I'm cutting the bulk where I can. I kind of wish I had thinner foam to mount my faux thickers onto, but I really only have one thickness of foam for that purpose. And it's just the Fun Foam from Walmart that's adhesive backed, so it only comes in one thickness. But I find that to be a lot better than trying to like manually cut each piece of foam and add it to the back of the letters. It looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer if you can run the entire paper with the foam already adhered to the back through your die cut machine, and then cut them out that way. It's just a lot cleaner. And it's DIY thickers, right? So you get some nice detail, you get whatever pattern you want and whatever font you want, provided you have dies in different fonts, which I do. So, um, yeah, it's my favorite way to make an alphabet. I do have a lot of thickers in my stash, I'm not going to lie. There's a ton of them, but I find it very frustrating when I go to find an alphabet and it just doesn't have all the letters that I need, or or they're not the right size. Basically, they're like too skinny or too tall or too this or too that, and so this to me is just usually, not always, but usually a little bit easier than trying to find the right one in my stash. So I haven't decided what to do with all of them, if I just keep them and use them as I see fit, or if I should clear out that space and make room for something else and um, get rid of them all. There's a lot. It's one of those things. It was a lot of investment at the time when I bought them, but I don't find myself like going using them because I can do this. So anyway, so here's my wood veneer pieces that I'm using. Both of these are from MK's shop. One of them is just a little airplane with a heart at the end, and the other one says, "Here's where we are." Um, on one side, the other side says, "Here's where we're going," and then the middle says, "How are we getting there?" or something to that effect. You'll see them in the close-ups. They're super cute, and yes, they are adding more bulk, and yes, they are on top of the faux thickers, which have bulk already on them. But when I saw them in my stash, I could not resist. And so, yeah, my idea of trying to save on the thickness was there for a hot minute, but then I was like, it's worth it. I'm going to put them in there. So, and then here I have an airplane clip and a car clip. I also got those out of from MK's shop. I don't know if those are available any longer, but if they are, I will link them down below for you as well. And I will also link the imagery or the printable that I used from Creative Fabrica in case you are interested in those as well. So, yeah, I'll link those down for you in case you're interested. This is the last of the traveling journal layouts that I have for a little bit. I will have more coming, but we will be getting back to scrapbooking really soon here. And I apologize for having quite a bit of a departure from scrapbooking for a little bit this month. But these have been in a backlog, so I wanted to get them out and done before I completely forgot what I did. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will be back again in June, getting back to more scrapbooking, playing along here and there with 30 days of sketches. Not completely following the sketches like as usual. You know, I'm always veering away from them, but that's what it is, right? They're there for your inspiration, and I will show you how I'm inspired by them. So thanks for watching and have a great day. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye-bye.